Well, we are 2 out of 3 Jag Bros. I'm Jack along with my brother Joey, and it is mock draft season. It is NFL draft season. We're less than 3 months out from the NFL draft. So we're going to be doing a 4 round Jacksonville Jaguars mock draft. And hey, it is also a mock draft where we finally don't have to worry about Trent Baalke making the selection here in April. So I'm pretty fired up about that.
It is a good time. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I never hated on Trent Baalke's draft picks because I watched Dave Caldwell's draft picks,
Yeah.
and those were way worse, taking like Alu and all these
So,
unknown people in the first round, to where at least our first round was normally pretty good. We would take someone with traits in the second or third round, and then everything else was trash. So hopefully the new GM can pick up some diamonds in the rough in the later rounds where we have really failed, and the fourth and fifth round have just not produced anything for us yet.
yeah, that's the goal. That's the hope in Jacksonville. There's a lot of needs just across the board. And so we're going to jump right in. I'll take the odd picks. Joey, you take the evens. So the Jags have
Let's go.
multiple picks in the third and fourth round. So we'll take not necessarily odd round, but odd number of picks. So we'll get us started. Let's see who goes in the top 4. The Jaguars are sitting here at number 5.
Drew
The
Sanders, Travis.
Colorado boys both go number
All
1 and number 2.
right, let's see. We got,
Oh
oh,
man.
that's a pretty enticing, only moving back two, and we're picking up a late, what was that, second round? Yeah.
Yeah. Mid second round. So I'm gonna hide this for a second because I do want to talk about. I love the Jaguars trading back here. So that's part of the reason I wanted
Yep.
to take the first crack at it. We've done a couple mock drafts and we haven't traded or moved around, but it's going to be interesting. I don't see a ton of teams wanting to move up like real draft day. I'm not 100% sure who the Jets are dying to get here. I mean, maybe, well, both the top 2 quarterbacks are gone. So, but it's a no-brainer. If you can move back 2 spots, because I think for the Jags, you want to stay in about that 7, 8 range. Because to me, there's a big drop off around the 8th pick. There's about 7, 8 blue chip players. And so you can move back 1 or 2 or 3 spots and still get a guy that's going to be at a great position. And so let's see. I don't know where the
Yeah.
trade went though.
I wouldn't move back past top eight, maybe top 10.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, trade offers. Who's on the phone?
Yep. Well,
See,
actually, well, that's too
13,
far back.
yeah. 13's not terrible, but with a seven is way better.
Yep. Done. All right. So we got us an extra second
All
rounder. They
right.
traded up for Will Campbell.
Well, and then Mason Graham just
We're just
went
gonna.
to the Raiders.
So here is our board. So the 2 guys that make the most sense here for the Jags, 2 of the blue chip guys. The only other guys would be Genty. I would say he's a blue chip player, but obviously you don't need another running back. You're not
No.
going the 3 head monster there, and it's pretty wild to go running back at 7. And Malachi Starks obviously is a position in need, but I think 7 is just too high for safety. So to me, it's Tetairoa McMillan,
Yeah.
Will
Will
Johnson,
Johnson
running back.
also, I
Yeah,
would say, is a blue chip player. Then someone
100%.
who's becoming a blue chip player that isn't on here yet is that Mike Green edge
Yep.
guy who is just dominating the Senior Bowl right now. They have him all the way back, and like he's pretty far back.
There he is, 33.
Yeah,
Yeah,
33.
did you see him knock over Josh Connerly
Oh
Jr.?
yeah.
Just
Who's a
devastated that guy.
fairly high offensive tackle.
Yeah, he may go round 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
people are
So
already saying that's clowny. You get the big highlight, and all of a sudden you're gonna go high
oh
in the
yeah,
draft.
he'll go possibly top 10.
So I'm gonna go controversial here. Hey, we've got now 2 second rounders to hit defense, hit some line. I love the
You going
idea
McMillan?
of going TMac here, back to
Okay.
back
There's a lot
years.
of Jag fans who would be on board with
Over
this.
1,200 yards, a terrible quarterback play, and he's 6'5", and all of a sudden you're set at wide receiver on cheap contracts, and you can
for like
keep Kirk
five
now
years.
all of a sudden, yeah. And you keep Kirk, and you have you go from probably middle of the road wide receiver room to a top five wide receiver room in the NFL like that. Where
Oh yeah.
cornerback, and I love Will Johnson, so if we draft him, I'd be very happy, and I would probably still give an A minus. But you really move from a cornerback room of 25 with Will Johnson to 16, 17, 18. I just love the idea of having an elite wide receiver room. So I'm going TMac here. Joey, you're on the clock. Tell me if you want to pause at any point and
All
try to
right.
move back into the first round.
Let's see who goes. No one. What's crazy is the Nick. Oh, there he goes. He's
He
projected like
called it.
second to third round now. No. I like him, but nowhere near the first round.
No, I mean, you call it. You said it, and all of a sudden he goes.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right. So, any guys you're dying to be like, hey, we need to move up eight
Trade
or
up
nine, 10
for him.
spots?
No,
All right. We'll
to
wait
be
till
honest.
Jade
Oh,
Barron's still on the board.
Green just went. Oh, Xavier Watts gone.
All right, Joey.
Alrighty,
All right, I'm
definitely
passing
not.
these trades.
Alrighty, what we got here? Definitely not a tight end. Oh, D tackle Grant is interesting.
He's
He's the
huge.
guy, to go along with Mason Graham, but a lot of people think Mason Graham made Grant better than he is.
Interesting.
Um, and there's fairly good depth in D line, and with Eric Armstead moving inside next year, we still have Hamilton. Mason Smith could kind of pop off second year. I don't think
He
D
looked good those
like
last couple of games. So,
exactly.
yep.
And with a new defensive coordinator and everything, I think he can really kind of show out. And I don't think it's that much of a need. Like I think it's more possibly a third to fourth round take.
Mm,
Um, I have to go cornerback. So if you would go to defense corner,
yep.
I think that's a huge need. Darby was just absolutely awful.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully he's
like Buster
gone.
Brown, but he's too slow.
Yeah, you can't have him on a wide receiver one or two in the
No,
NFL. I like him too. Good tackler,
he can
aggressive,
survive
good
a few,
depth.
yeah,
Yeah.
a few games if someone gets hurt, but he's not a starter like that. Um, and so I'm gonna go with my favorite guy. It's a reach in this thing, but I don't think it'll be a reach when it all comes said and done. And that is Porter from Iowa State with the
Let's go.
fastest time. If you want to click on his little chart, he's like 6'2". Um, yeah, 6'2", almost 200 pounds, versatile. I watched him play in the Big 12 and lock down some really good wide receivers. Heavy raw hitting, has a very good burst of speed and everything. He's super quick, and I think cornerbacks have to be fast nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's my complaint with Buster Brown. So I am going to take Porter right here.
I'm gonna hit it in a second. I love the pick here. Do you want to know? This is the craziest Porter stat, maybe one of the craziest cornerback stats I've ever seen. Do you want to know his QB rating, or not his, but the opponent's QB rating when Porter's on coverage?
What is it?
It's 4 point something.
That's crazy.
So
No,
to put it in
he's
perspective, like obviously college QBR is different, but you'll have, for instance, Denzel Burke has a QB rating over 100 when targeted, and Porter has under 5.
oh,
And so,
Porter will jump right now. Like they have him at 65, which is crazy.
yeah,
PFF I think has him at like 45.
yeah,
So
he'll keep
he's
climbing.
yeah, he's
Big,
gonna keep
big Senior
climbing.
Bowl week.
Yeah,
Ran
if
a
we want
ten
him,
six hundred meter
it's gonna
dash.
be early second round if we want to take him. So I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and take him now.
He is older, so that's probably why he stays out of the first round because he is 24, but um
All righty, here's
that
your
is a
trade.
good pick. All right, so now we got 2 second rounders, 2 top 50 picks. Man, everyone's hating on the tight end here. There is some, debate about do the Jags move on from Ingram? Do they get the cap savings? Does Combe want something or someone new at tight end? You, Joey. You and I and JT on our podcast all said we like rolling with Ingram. He's been
Oh yeah.
awesome. So even I could see us going, day three tight end, but too many other needs. So
Yeah, I mean, we just got Brenton Strange two drafts ago. There's no reason to go tight end.
this feels like a definite O line pick or defensive line. So we've gone, of course, wide receiver, we've gone cornerback, we've gotten some of these outside skill, speed, vertical players. Jags
Yeah,
need some big boys. We need some bullies. So I'm actually going to lean on you,
definitely.
Joey, because you have a lot of you've done a lot of research on these O line guys. I know you like Mbow.
Marcus Mbow is an absolute baller, and then the guy that's coming up big is Gray
Yep,
Zambell, who
huge Senior Bowl.
he is being told can play offensive tackle, guard, and even center. He can play anywhere on the offensive line, which is huge because we're getting really old in the middle. So you can make him guard, let Morris play one more year, and then maybe move him to center, or depending on how well he does, maybe move him out to tackle if Walker Little or Anton Harrison has another bad year. Um, but yeah, there's not any good centers that need to go yet.
Yeah.
Another guy who may be coming up as well is the Rutgers guy, Holland Pierce. Click on his
Oh, really?
pic. Yeah, look how big he is.
Let's see. All right, moment of truth. Holy moly,
Six
six
eight
eight.
342, an
That's like
absolute
Big John Henderson.
bouncer. Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
throwing people out of the club. He is a stud.
Oh my
He's someone who would move into a guard for sure.
We need some big bullies. Yeah, a lot of these you'll notice, even Savania, Connolly, I think will stay at tackle.
Yeah.
Urshri, two of those, and then Bo, there's a really good chance all three of those guys move into offensive guard, which is the bigger need for the Jags. So, um,
Definitely. Do you want to look at defensive tackle, see what's also available?
yeah,
Just
let's
see
just.
what's on there.
So, man,
The edge guy, that A&M dude's actually pretty darn good.
he's amazing. Like, but
Yeah.
I think
He
he's
will
gonna
actually
go
probably go
round
first
one.
round, yeah.
Yeah,
He won't drop this far. Um I do like TJ Sanders.
I do
The
too.
Walker guy is pretty good, but he'll probably drop to late sec. Well, I guess we already kind of in the late second round. Um
I love Jack Sword, probably just because he's got a great nickname and he's Jack, but he's a great just captain, leader, champion, DNA guy. I
Donovan
think
from Boston College also is having a
yes.
really good Senior Bowl. He has an insane dip move. Did you see that video?
No.
I've never seen. He drops his shoulder and almost gets like parallel 90 degrees around the tackle and gets straight to the quarterback at this like hard turn. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, he had a massive year for Boston
Oh
College.
yeah. He
14 or 15 sacks or somewhere around there.
and PFF goes early second,
Yeah.
possibly late first.
I'm going to lean on offensive line. Liam Cohen, he is a big offensive line guy. He's a big trenches guy. So maybe he doesn't go wide receiver corner, but I think he definitely goes line here, whether O line or D line.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
we're still in the second round. I could definitely see us maybe not going in the first round, but going in the second and maybe double dipping in the third
yeah,
or
we
something
have
like
two
that.
thirds, two fourths. So
Yeah.
we'll get rolling here. I'm gonna go with Art with Marcus Mbow, 6'4",
And
309. I like moving him inside. Anything you'd add on Mbow as we take him here, Joey?
um, not much. There's a lot of video where he is just mauling edge guys. He loves to like slam them down and do pancake blocks. And I'm all about a good pancake block.
Yes. Bring some power to the
Oh
Jags offensive
wow.
line.
That's crazy. Andrew Mikaba, the safety I like, just went way early.
Oh wow. Yeah, we do need safety, so we may poke our head there, but we may also still look at line.
Here we go, safety.
Kennard is an All-American edge rusher from South Carolina.
Yeah,
Got Winston
Kyle,
Jr.
I've seen us mocked a few times in the third round. My favorite wide receiver, he's not dropping this far, but Higgins,
Yep.
he's like 6'4". He reminds me of a thicker BTJ.
Yeah.
He
Great route runner at
tall,
the Senior
great route
Bowl.
runner, and can block because he's thicker. And
Yeah.
then
Either.
this Royals, he has some of the biggest thighs I've ever seen. And he's the complete opposite of Ridley. When you'd watch
Yeah.
Ridley, you're like, look at those tiny legs.
Yeah. Are
Not
you sure
Royals.
it's not
Royals have
170?
there's a video of him during the what is jamming, and he
Yeah.
completely
Oh, I
throws
did
the
see that one. Yeah. You
cornerback.
just completely push
Yeah,
him back
like
wide
3
open.
yards.
Looks like a Madden move.
Oh yeah, I know. Just well, it reminds me of like when a senior goes up against a freshman.
Yes.
They're like in practice squad and just getting absolutely dominated.
Yeah, no, he's like
Uh,
I think if we don't go wide receiver there, like at the top, this would be two great guys to look at top of third round. But obviously went
Definitely.
TMac up top. So where do you want us to go?
I would be looking here at what we just went offensive line. So I would go safety, defensive line, or edge. So let's see. We got the top edge guy and a top safety guy here.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not a huge fan of Norman Lott, D tackle.
Okay.
I don't really remember him at Tennessee.
You know what's been crazy? So Azariah Thomas, he's all of a sudden shot up to a ton of mock drafts being in the first round. And I like him. I'm a Florida State fan. He's only 20
Really?
and he's got like all the physical tools, 6'1", 191.
Yeah, but they were
Good,
so
good.
terrible this year. I don't know
I
if I
know
would want
it's hard to
anyone from Florida
imagine
State.
anyone go in the first round. But
That's
he has had a
crazy.
wild ride. Kevin Winston Jr. was mocked a lot of times in the first round until he got hurt all season.
Yeah,
So
he's been hurt.
he's got the
Um,
talent.
he does have talent. I like
Besides Stewart
Collins
too.
as a D tackle from Texas. And
UT.
then my favorite later edge guy is the Michigan Stewart.
Mm,
He is a perfect depth edge guy who's very good, but like I don't know if you would want to start him right away. 6'1", 248 pounds, a little short, but
yeah, pure
is
pass rusher,
really pass
third down
rusher,
guy.
third
Yep,
down guy. Yeah,
which we
exactly.
need.
Exactly. We don't need someone who's going to come in and start day one. We have two edge guys. You need someone who's going to be a pure pass rusher. I think Stewart could be that. Um, but I don't want to take him here, I don't think. I am going to click on Kyle real quick. Let's see
Yep.
what 6'4", 48. He
Yeah,
is good.
breakout year for him, All
He
American,
did.
kind of solid career at South Carolina, then just burst on the scene this year.
See, safety is something that we could get in free agency. Buda
Yeah,
Baker is going to be available. And I do kind of want a like veteran safety. Um, because I don't want to be putting a rookie safety out there with like Wingard or with Antonio Johnson, who is
Dewey.
also like a still a rookie because he didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Kyle here with the edge,
All right.
shore up our third round guy.
Yep. I mean, we're getting bigger and better on the line. We went for skill positions and let us know your thoughts on each guy. So we're posting this on YouTube, and so we're gonna interact with any and all comments. So make sure you do that. But this is our second third round pick, which we got last year because we traded back in the first round with Minnesota, and got a third in this year and a fourth in this year. So
Oh, there we go. I know it's not my pick, but I'd go Collins here for sure.
okay, let me look at
He
him.
was
6'5",
very
313.
good at Texas. Um,
Nice. Oh,
I
there's
don't know if he's
Higgins.
going to
Wow.
drop that far. Oh, that's crazy. Higgins is considered an early second rounder.
Oh,
Lacey is a
he may be
terrible
done.
story.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
very
going to be in
sad.
jail.
Yeah.
A guy
Um,
who's going to go in second, third round.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, street
Obviously
racing
LSU.
and
Very sad.
killed someone. Pretty much
Uh,
pulled a rugs.
yeah. You know who's had a big Senior Bowl as well? This is interesting. Everyone's gonna give it like, why am I only going skill position? Just load up on weapons for Trevor. I don't think I'm gonna go here. But
Oh,
Elijah
the Miami guy.
Arroyo, yeah, he has
Yeah.
had a monster Senior Bowl year or Senior Bowl week at practice. Cam Scatabo, I have no idea. I could see him
Got a
going at the end of the
bow.
first or the end of the
He'll go
first.
way earlier than this.
Yeah. The only concern is he's had so many carries in college. Running backs have a shelf life, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But he is awesome.
he's got a couple years.
Oh, for sure. No
Like he may
question.
not be a second contract guy, but he'll give you an incredible first contract.
Yeah. Okay. Davison from Ohio State is going back to school. Higgins is a good linebacker,
Uh
but linebacker we're pretty set at.
he is the best coverage linebacker I've ever
Yeah.
seen. I think he had like 6 picks this year, which we need. Our linebackers can't cover crap. Um,
No. Shamar Turner, I hear his name a lot. I need to watch more tape and do more research on him.
PFF hates him.
Okay,
He's got
maybe
like a
that's his
55 grade.
man.
Yeah, and is like projected fifth round for PFF.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else I want to look at? Okay, man, we're going all in on the trenches. Like I like Billy Bowman and I like Castro at safety, but I don't love either one. And I'd rather get a difference maker on the interior defense line
Yes.
because even if hopefully
Big boy
Mason Smith,
Collins.
takes that next step. Armstead has already said that, which was weird. Like the day after the season, like I'm moving back to defensive tackle. It's like I don't think you can decide that, but at the same time, we all knew Nielsen was gone, so um, I guess you can. So even if those guys perform, you still are going to need a long-term solution at defensive tackle because best case scenario, you get 1 to 2 good, decent years out of Armstead. So we're going Collins here. We're getting another
Yes.
potential future starter for the Jags defense for the line. And now,
He is he doesn't need to start, but he'd be great rotating in because you're going to need at least three guys rotating in, and I think he'll be a great defensive tackle and
there goes
move
Will
the
Howard, the
world.
top of the fourth round. I like Will Howard.
Ah,
I'll be
Cam
so
Scatterbo
curious.
gone.
Scatterbo.
Alrighty. Click on
So
my
both the
picks
safeties
just to
are still
remind
there.
us.
What?
I hate both those safeties.
I know. Yeah, so
Um,
we went T-Mac. We traded back 2 spots,
yeah.
went
So we
Tetairoa
got wide
McMillan.
receiver.
We
So definitely don't
went
need
big
another one.
corner, and then
Corner, awesome.
we've gone line. Mbow to move into guard,
Edge, offensive
edge, D
line.
tackle.
Offensive line is definitely one that I think we need to double dip this year. Defensive line, we don't. Edge, possibly. So we need an O line or safety. Go to the safeties real quick. Let's see who's available.
Malachi
There's
Morris had
Malachi
a
Moore. There,
solid Senior Bowl.
is very solid, much better than the other two guys. Um, man, yeah. See, safety's really not deep. Once you're past kind of the third round,
Yeah.
there's not much there. Go to offensive line.
I will say there's a lot of corners I like there. I don't see us double dipping this early on corner, but if some probably round 5, kind of like we did last year with Jarian Jones and Prince, I could see us double dipping in round 5.
Anthony Belton is a great offensive tackle slash
Coming soon.
could be
Man, another
guard.
huge guy, 6'5", almost
Yeah.
350.
Um, he's a great later pick. He's small. He's not great. The UConn guy is actually fairly good. I read up on him. He's 6'8".
6'8".
Yeah. Go to center. Jalen Wilson, the Georgia guy, should be there.
Okay.
Jared
Yep.
Wilson.
Jared Wilson. Yep.
He's pretty darn good. Um,
High upside starter in NFL.
Yeah.
Georgia O line. Honestly, most Georgia players convert well to the NFL. Anyone? We'll
Oh, do
pull
we
up
want to go
guard.
center? We only got Mitch Morse, I think, for one more year.
Yeah, I agree
And
with
Luke
that.
Fortner is not it.
No, no
So
shot. Yeah, you're
getting a
not you're
center
not
this
re-signing him.
year, letting him behind Mitch Morris, in case Mitch Morris gets hurt, you got somebody instead of Luke Fortner is not a bad idea.
I like
Oh,
that a lot.
yeah.
You want Wilson?
Let's do that. Yeah. Let's double dip on the O line here. We need to shore up that middle and help Trevor. And that's what our boy Liam Cohen wants to do. So
Yep. I'm just gonna scroll a little bit just so everyone else can see who is on the board here. Let us
Kobe
know if you
Bryant
really,
has been shooting up the draft boards,
yeah,
the corner
huge
from
Shrine Bowl.
Kansas.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I just dropped a YouTube short on him. Go check that out. All right, where'd our guy go?
He's right there. Oh, you.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
All right, so one more pick for round 4, and then obviously true draft, the Jaguars would have 3 more picks, right? We just have 1, 5, 6, 7, or do we have an
Yes.
extra 6?
Uh,
Maybe an extra comp pick? I never
I think we
comp
may have a
picks are
comp
just,
pick in 6,
yeah.
but it may be next year's. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Ollie Gordon has been getting ripped up
I know.
in the
What a
Senior Bowl.
fall from
Apparently
grace. I loved him.
he was so good. Yeah. What was his? I guess sophomore year,
Yep.
like
I mean,
2 years ago, was so good.
Won the Doak Walker, which typically has like good success in the NFL and just has tanked along with a lot of Oklahoma State. He's
Dude,
apparently
the
not done
entire
super
team
well.
of Oklahoma State
Yeah.
went from being ranked at the beginning of the season to they didn't win a single game in the Big 12. They went 0 in our conference, which is just crazy. Malachi Moore is a very solid one here for safety. That's pretty much the last good safety.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
If we doubled, I'm just gonna give y'all this too. If at the top of the 5th round, if he was still there, I would love Quincy Riley. I think he's
Really?
a little taller than 5'10", just a very strong corner. Not elite in any way like Porter is with length and speed, but just
Hmm.
as has no weaknesses as a corner. Not elite. Like there's a reason he'll probably drop to round 3 or 4, maybe top of round 5. You never know with some of these guys, but that'd probably be my pick at the top of.
Yeah. Go to the running backs, just see who's still available.
Uh, Kyle
Um,
Monunga. I know he's become kind of like a fan favorite day 3 guy, maybe late day 2. 5'9", 210.
Rashard Smith from SMU is pretty darn good.
Yeah. Dylan
Um,
Sampson's legit too. He's a
oh yeah. Well, he's
speedster.
so much higher in PFF.
Yeah.
He's like top 100. So 151 is crazy for him.
Yeah.
Scroll. Let's just see. He may be gone already. Yeah, he's gone. A lot of people
You
love
looking for
the RJ Harvey.
a Genty.
No, no, not Genty. No, it's the Kansas running back who had an
Hey, there's Nathan
incredible
Rourke's
year.
brother.
Devin Neal.
Devin Neal, yeah.
He
Yeah,
he
he'll go
is
earlier.
very good.
Curtis Rourke,
Curtis
baby.
Rourke,
There
great
you go.
backup quarterback.
JT is a big fan of McCord as well. He'd be mad that he's still here
He's
at the
gonna
bottom
jump
of round 4. Okay, so again, here's some of the guys on the board. Jack Beck has had a huge Senior Bowl. I don't see
He
his
did.
best
I
numbers.
saw something that he didn't do well.
Yeah.
He wasn't good at TCU. I would
No,
not get
TCU
him
wide receivers make me nervous after, you know, Quentin Johnston collapse for the Chargers, a high
here.
first round pick.
I want to talk about one wide receiver real quick. Go
Yeah.
to offense
Yep.
and scroll all the way to the
Oh, Nick
bottom.
Nash.
Nick Nash is a hidden gem.
Pat
Uh,
Bryant is also a hidden gem. He is from
yeah,
Jacksonville, Florida.
Noel has shot up the board.
Yeah, he won't be 177.
Him
Pat
and
Bryant will be
Higgins, I
208.
think will both be very good in the NFL. But scroll to the last person on the list.
The last person.
The very last person.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know if 635.
No, maybe not the last person.
Okay.
Right there. Jackson Jr. from Baylor.
Why can't I
Scroll a
see
little
him?
more. Uh,
Oh,
Keep
down.
scrolling.
Sorry.
Yeah. He's down. There he is.
There.
597. He is an absolute steal of a wide receiver. He's 6'3", about 200 pounds, and he was a fade jump ball specialist. He's very quick. And if Baylor was better last year and like started off better, we went 7 out of 8 in our last games, and he was a big reason why. And I think he'll move up in these boards during the combine and everything, but
Pro
he
day
is an
and all that.
absolute hidden gem for like the 7th round.
Okay. Okay. See,
But
this is
we're
why
not
you
doing
tune
seventh
in.
round.
You tune in for these Baylor. So Joey went to Baylor, a big Baylor fan.
Big Baylor
Sick
fan.
of.
He's the only guy really from Baylor that I would draft.
Yeah. Okay, but we're gonna go with Malachi Moore. Let me just gotta keep scrolling. There we go.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
Shiloh Sanders, baby. No.
Oh, he has had a terrible Senior Bowl.
Yeah. Well, he was
Have you
terrible
seen
for
his
Colorado
videos?
too.
Oh yeah, I
No,
know.
man.
I mean, how far can
He's
the
the
apple
Bronny
fall from the
James
trees?
of.
I tweeted that out. I said
You
it
did?
looks like
Oh man, that's
yeah,
a
I said it
great.
looks like Bronny James trying to play
Oh
basketball.
gosh, the Bronny James trolls are amazing. I spend way too much time on the Instagram account just trolling Bronny James, saying how great inbound passes he made. So Malachi Moore, 6 foot 201. You know, he may put on a little bit of weight. Let's see
Seven
if he can
interceptions this
blow up.
year.
Yep.
Great. We
Um,
need that.
Alabama DBs typically do very well in the NFL. He's a cover guy, which Jags secondary was last in pretty much every category. So Malachi Moore is our final pick of this mock draft. So let's let it wrap up, and it'll give us a quick recap, and then we'll give our final thoughts, and we'll turn it over to y'all in the comments, and we're gonna jump in and engage with you there. Joey, go ahead and give us a review of our draft.
Yeah, so we traded back and still was able to get TMac. Some people love him. Uh, I think it's a luxury pick, but if he's still there at 7, I think you have to take him. He's one of the only
Best offense
blue
in the
chip wide
NFL.
receivers on this draft. And then we would have 2 number 1 wide receivers. Trevor would have too many people to throw to, and that's a good problem with Liam Cohen directing us. And then we go to Darien Porter, an absolute beast of a corner from Iowa State, 6'2", the fastest corner in the draft. And as Jack said, gave up only like a 4 or 5 QBR rating. Just an absolute shutdown corner, which we need to go with Tyson Campbell. He could end up being our number 1 corner, and Tyson
Yeah,
could be
Campbell
2,
Smith.
honestly.
I think too, someone double check me on this in the comments. I think he had a bunch of punt blocks and field goal blocks too. So a good special team. That's when he recorded that almost 22 miles per hour was a special teams play at the Senior Bowl.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like him a lot. You want to take the next 2,
Yep.
and I'll
So
finish
this
off.
was from the second round pick we picked up with from the Jets, trading back Marcus and Mbow. Big offensive lineman, played offensive tackle, I believe both left and right tackle for
Hmm.
Purdue,
Purdue.
but specifically for our situation, a lot of people are evaluating him moving inside, which is a perfect fit for us. Brandon Sheriff, it's 34, 35. So even if you bring him back somehow for 1 year, Mbow becomes the future right guard or offensive guard for the Jags. Kyle Kennard took him at the top of the third round, give us a third true edge rusher with Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen. Was an All-American last year for South Carolina. Very, very good breakout year. And then Joey, wrap us up with these last 3.
Yes, Alfred Collins, one of my favorite D tackles in this. Going a little later, absolutely dominated with the Texas defensive line. Has a really good push, but also swallows up the running backs. He is Moore could play nose if we needed him, but it reminds me of a much skinnier uh who is the UT guy that the Titans got
Oh, well,
who's really good this year. He's huge.
oh man, it's Byron Murphy was the guy who won the first round, but the big guy is
Sweat.
Sweat, T'Vondre
Sweat.
Sweat. Yep.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. He's a skinnier Sweat. I think he'd be
Everyone's skinnier than T'Vondre Sweat.
That's true, but I think he can absolutely wreck on the inside for us.
Yeah.
And then next we went Jared Wilson, who is the best center, true center on this draft. We definitely need to get another center because Mitch Morris is getting up there in age. I think he's still good for one more year, but Luke Fortner is obviously not it. He's had 2 years now, shown us that he's not getting any better. So going to get another younger guy who can learn under Mitch Morris and then step in if he needs to get hurt or next year he'll be ready to go. And then the last one, Malachi Moore, great safety from Alabama, helps us a lot because our safety issues, as I said, are huge. Cisco is not going to be coming back most likely. So all we would have is Wingard, who is fine depth
Yeah.
wise, but I don't want him starting.
Yeah.
He's
Same.
very good with coming up to the run, but he's not the greatest coverage. And then Antonio Johnson had flashes his rookie year, but took a huge step back last year. He got benched, and if you're getting benched on our team last year,
Yeah. With
you
our
got to be
secondary.
real bad. So, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he can have another
Bounce
kind of
back, maybe.
breakout with a new DC, but I don't trust that. Definitely think we need to go safety. Malachi Moore, a great pick.
Yep. So that is our 4 round mock for the Jags. Drop your grades. What would you grade it? I like it. I like how the board fell.
I do
We
too. I'd
we
give it
feel
a
good about
real
it.
solid A.
Yeah. And so we're gonna do more of these. Let us know in the comments too what you want to see. Do you want us to go 7 rounds? Do you want us to do some more trades? Do you want us just to stay put? Probably not trade up. That feels crazy, but drop your thoughts on what you want to see for future mocks. But um, less than 3 months till draft. There's excitement in Jacksonville.
Yes, let's do it. Let's end it with a Duval.
Dude. Oh!